Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I am Jen, or that my channel used to be Jen's World of Creations, or Jen's Creations, excuse me. And those of you that are new or have not watched any of my videos, I've changed my name to Jennifer's World of Stitches and DP. And I am back. Feels like I've been gone forever. I've only been gone for a month. But I do apologize. There's been a lot of things that has been going on that has kind of stopped me from doing videos, and it was not intentional. But we had a bout of some illnesses around here, and so anyway, we're gonna do a whip and chat today, and I am working on wishing for you. If you guys can see, no, you guys can't. Wishing for you. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And if there's a glare, I am sorry. I don't think there's a glare. No, there's not. But this was a donation from Mrs. Coffee. And it is a square. It is 30 or 81 by 56. And my daughter's already claimed this. Even though she doesn't live here anymore, she's already claimed this. She was like, "Oh my God, Mom, I love this. This looks like what is this? The genie from Aladdin. It looks like," she said, "it looks like his wife." So, yeah. So we are going to get started, but first I need to put some new wax in here, and we're just gonna talk while I do that really quick. So I hope everyone is doing well. I really, I feel like I'm out of the loop on everything, only because first I was sick. I had laryngitis, a really bad sinus infection, and I was like just feeling all kinds of gross. And it took a lot out of me. I didn't do anything. Then I after I was feeling better, then my daughter ended up, sick. She's still kind of fighting it, and she seems to feel better. She called me last night, and she's feeling a whole lot better than what she was. And because she ended up coming home last week because she when she gets sick, it doesn't matter if she's moved out or not. She wants her mommy. So she came home for most of the week last week, actually all week last week, and uh, she stayed basically in her room, or well, she still has a room here, sort of, kind of. I guess that's what you want to call it, even though little dude has taken it over. But she she came home and she stayed here and stayed in her room most of the time. And um, she just had an upset stomach. She was throwing up. She had no fever. We weren't sure what the deal was, but I guess a couple of days later, she, came out and said, "Mom, I have a cold." So I'm thinking it had, I think that was part of it. We're not really sure what that deal was, but she does feel better. She started feeling better on Friday, and now she's, back to her normal self. And so she's doing better. Little dude is fine. Me, let me tell you, you don't. I like her, and I gave it to her, which is the bad part. But I didn't feel, um, sick. I, did end up in the bathroom one day talking to the toilet, but I didn't really feel bad. I just couldn't talk. I I was just very, very tired. And um, when you got a cold, it does take a lot out of you. And I didn't really think and didn't really, you know, consider that it was a cold. I just assumed that it was my sinuses. And I left it at that, was taking medicine for it. And the good thing was uh, it didn't last. I think it lasted 4 days at the most. And I didn't get on um, any uh, I didn't get on the internet, didn't do any you know, I didn't do anything for social media. Didn't even like I just didn't. I was just at that point. I was like, you know what? I just don't feel like it. Don't feel good. You know, everybody's going to be upset with me or whatever. Wonder where I am. Blah blah blah. And usually when I get like that, I let people know, especially my subscribers. And unfortunately, I can't let, you know, my subscribers that don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram know, because I don't have um, 1,000 subscribers to have a community page. So I was going to record a video and let y'all know, you know, what was going on. But I said, no, that would be kind of ridiculous because, you know, what would be the point? So I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere. I just kind of, and not only that, I was just not, my depression kicked into, it's the time of the year. And I know a lot of people say, okay, well, I get depressed during Christmas too. And, you know, that was part of it. The other part was in November of November 20 years ago in November, my grandparents passed away. 6 weeks, you know, well, no, I'm sorry. My grandparents passed away. My grandfather passed away before Thanksgiving, and my grandmother passed away 6 weeks later. So it was kind of like, you know, this is not the time of the year that I like to. Yes, it's my favorite time of the year, but this time of the year sucks because I don't have my grandparents here, and it's kind of hard. So I was getting into a depression for that reason, and at the time, and I still, you know, I'm kind of still worried about it, even though little dude's dad is coming Friday to give me money to go Christmas shopping. And but I was getting to a point where I was getting really, 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 really depressed about not being able to get Christmas because, you know, even though I do have my job, I'm still in training. Believe me, there's a lot of classes that you have to go through for this to, you know, this is not a normal job. And you have to go through a lot of different, um, you know, classes, training, whatsoever to know what you're doing. And it's for life and health insurance, and there's so many different things that you need to know. So I was getting kind of depressed because my goal back in August had been to be able to already be, you know, doing this, you know, working, making money before Christmas. And due to illnesses and so forth, there was just no way. So I was like, okay, you know, and I started getting really, really down in the dumps. There were a couple of Zooms that I didn't say anything to anybody. And, you know, people automatically assumed that, you know, I was upset with them and all these other things. And that's not the case. I just was in a way, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And so, his dad is going to help, but I don't, with him, it's one of these things where he's going to give me the money, but it's only a certain amount. And I told him, I said, I don't have money to buy, my kids presents. And, he point blank told me, I don't know how much I'm going to give you, but I'm giving you money, so forth and so forth. And that was it. So I don't know what's, going to happen. And, my little dude has been very understanding during all of this. And he looked at me and he's like, Mom, whatever Dad gives me, will you try to, divide it up between, me and Miranda and Justin? And I said, I'll try. I said, but I don't know how much he's given you. So it's kind of one of those things where, yeah. But other than that, I mean, now I'm feeling better than I have been. Stitching has helped. I've been stitching. Stitching has helped me a lot, but it's hard. And to, really, really, and I really wasn't going to even put my tree up. I'm going to be honest. I had every intention of saying, screw the tree. I don't give a crap about the tree. And, my kids were like, no, Mom, put the tree up. It might put you, in a better mood. It did sort of. But, yeah, I still wasn't, feeling it all the way. And so I'm trying, I'm getting there. It's just hard because, I want to I want, the kids to have a good Christmas and not, feel like, how do I put it? Because we've had crappy Christmases, I'll tell you. So I wanted to give them a good Christmas. So it's been, one of those things. And between, the anniversary of my grandparents passing and so forth, it just wasn't a good month for me. And I did, it was hard. Excuse me, I need some coffee. But I'm okay. So now, as you guys know, I'm doing a Christmas collab with Lizzie. It's World of Gems. And I haven't really wanted to do that. But I will be working on it this week outside of this Wip and Chat. I'm going to try to get as much done on it as I possibly can, because this whole thing ends December the 31st. And I feel bad because I haven't even completed the first row. But it's life happens, and so does everything else. So we are right now playing catch up with everything. And I also have will be changing, or will be adding something to the schedule starting January. Actually, probably a couple things. I haven't really decided on the second thing because I have to finagle my crappy ring light that I used to have that would sit up there ahead of me. So let me fix this because I feel like I'm like way down low. There we go. Um, so, but there's going to be a couple things added. I've had people request to me, a couple people have messaged me to ask me to do the story time videos again. So I will be doing that. I know I said I was going to start it this month, but I'm holding off until January. I will probably start that not the 1st, but the 2nd of January. I just need to figure out what day and go from there because I really don't know. It's one of those things. So anyway, let's see if I can remember what's been going on for the past month besides illnesses and so forth. Okay. Goodness, I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Do you know how it's bad when you can't remember anything that's been going on for a whole darn month? Goodness. I can't even remember. I have been catching up on reading. We are, oh my gosh, you just don't know. I am 40 books or 39 books away from completing my reading challenge that I have for myself on Goodreads. I'm hoping, and I doubt very seriously, that I will even get that far with this month. We will see. It's yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, do you sit here and read all day and forget about everything else? And I'm not doing that. I do read. I have been reading. I finished, oh my gosh, and I'll tell y'all on my floss tube. I can't remember all the books, but there is, you guys, I don't know if you guys can remember, The President is Missing. Well, Bill Clinton and James Patterson wrote another one. It's called The President's Daughter. And let me tell you something. That it was, both of those books. Now, the first one was slow, but The President's Daughter, oh my gosh, was like crazy. It was really, really good. And I enjoyed it. And it didn't take me that long to finish. I was listening to it. It was an audiobook, and I was listening to it while I was stitching. And it was really good. I really, 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 really enjoyed it. And it was different just because it didn't have just one narrator. It had a cast of narrators, and they had one man that was specifically for the president. Excuse me. Then you had another one that, there was a couple others, and they, kind of took turns reading chapters. And the main narrator, he was the one that read the chapters for the president. It was pretty good. It took a completely, totally different turn than I thought it was going to take because I really, really, really didn't know how this book was going to end. It was like I was sitting there and I had to stop every once in a while stitching just to listen. Because if you don't pay attention, you're not going to know what is going on at all, whatsoever. And it was really good. Trying to think what else. Let's see. What else have I don't even remember some of the books I've read. So that's how bad it's gotten because I don't remember. You guys can go on. I mean, shoot, if you guys follow me on Goodreads, you can look. Let's see. Little dude is fine. He is back there right now doing schoolwork, even though technically his schedule for this marking term is Tuesday. He doesn't have any online classes that he has to get in and be in a class with, a live class with a teacher. Today is the day where he, does schoolwork, catches up on that. And so far, I don't know what the heck this is. There's something on here and I don't know what it is. So far, he's doing good. He's, kind of gets down, kind of gets irritable because he has to be logged in for 2 hours. And he can't be logged in, a minute under the 2 hours. Or, no, excuse me, he can't be logged in and then click out or log out at exactly, 1 minute less than the 2 hours. He has to be logged in for 2 hours. Now, he can be logged in over 2 hours, but, he can't he can't stay on for like an hour and 3 minutes or whatever, or whatever you call it. So he got really upset with it. He got really upset last week because last Friday he was sitting there getting ready to he was in the middle of a class on Friday afternoon, and he comes out and he's freaking out. You should, oh my God, if you had seen his face, y'all would have laughed. He was flipping out. He's like, Mom. I said, what? The computer doesn't work. What do you mean your laptop doesn't work? And he says, it's frozen. I said, what do you mean it's frozen? He says, I think it crashed. I was like, what? So he brings it out to me. Sure enough, the whole screen was frozen. And I just looked at him and I said, what did you do? And he says, I didn't do anything. He says, I was sitting there talking and his teacher was going over, going over something in the class, and it just froze. Literally, it froze. And I was like, oh my God. So I sat there for a minute, didn't work. I tried to turn it off, didn't turn off right away. And I thought, are you serious right now? And, he was really upset about it. But he turns around and he looks at me and he says, I'm done anyway. And I think he was more upset about the fact that the school laptop kind of froze. So here I am. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. So eventually, I did get it to turn off. And then I waited a minute and restarted it. And it worked fine. And it works fine now. So we don't know what happened there. I'm still trying to figure that out. Because, it didn't have anything to do with anything. Yes, I have my knee. I'm trying to get comfortable, guys. I get very uncomfortable a lot lately. I don't know why. And so I sat there with him and I was like, okay, did the internet stop working? I don't know. Okay, you don't know? So I showed him where the internet thing was, and he already knew that. And I said, did this just kick you off? I don't know. Okay. So after we realized, I sat and investigated and realized, okay, maybe it wasn't the internet. I ended up holding the power button on it down to make it turn off. And I know you're not supposed to do that. Oh well, sue me. And I got it back on. And I looked at him and I said, are you sure you didn't do anything to it? He said, Mom, I'm positive. I was like, okay. Well, something happened to make it do this, and we don't know what. So he was kind of like, freaking out. He was, having a rough time. He thought he did it. And when, he realized, okay, maybe it wasn't me, he wasn't, too worried about it after that. So he's having his moments. He's kind of bummed out because he did not pass his health class. But, well, yes, he did. He got a really low grade on it. He was kind of upset about that. But, um, he wasn't really interested in it. And some of the stuff he didn't understand. So, he's like, I get it. It's okay. It's like, okay. But everything else he seems to be doing fine in. I haven't had any um, emails or messages or anything telling me different. I haven't had any phone calls or anything like that. He's doing well. He's excited because Christmas break starts next week. And he's really, really excited about that. He's like, oh. And of course, he's being told that from his teacher from yesterday that he won't have her next week. So he's kind of trying to figure out, okay, is there school next week? And I told him, I said, well, look at your schedule and see. It says he has school next week. Now, he's like, but I'm being told, I said, son, your last day of school is, I think it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I can't remember, guys. I don't remember what his last day of school is. I can't remember to save my butt. I have to look. But so he's dealing. He's like, okay, what do I do? And I said, well, do, all the work you can, and then you should be okay. And but what do I do, when during the 2 days next week? And I said, you still go to class and you still do work, but I don't think it's going to be a normal lesson. I said, if it's like anything from, normal in person, you will probably have a fun class. I don't know. So he's having his moments. But, he's getting a routine down. He's doing good. So that's, Now, Justin, he's doing okay. Well, as he would say, I'm okay. He has been working his butt off. He's how do I put it? He's learning responsibility. I guess that's how I want to put it. He's doing good about, making sure, everything is taken care of. He's kind of bummed out because he wanted to get a new phone, and he couldn't because Verizon wanted to have a deposit. So he's kind of like, but he's okay. He's making do with the phone he's got. And but yeah, he's doing pretty good. It seems that all he does is work and come home, because he's only been working 4 to 8 almost every night, and except for yesterday. And so there are times that he doesn't get to come home right, or doesn't get to get off at 8 o'clock, because there are things that he has to do before he can leave. And then there's been a couple of times that he's had people call out, and or that there's been people that are either no call, or no call, no show, or they call in and they ask him to come, work extra. And he's like, don't get me wrong. He said, Mom, don't get me wrong. The money, I enjoy. It's just the hours suck. And, it seems like I'm the only one that they'll call. And I told him, I said, well, I don't know. Um, I said, it's going to come down to a point. You're going to have to tell them that you can't keep working like that. It's going to make you sick. Well, now I do know that today he works, but the rest of the week, Wednesday of the week he has off. Friday, he is going to go see the new Spider-Man movie. Now, on that note, my son is 20 years old. Guys, he's going to the movie in a Spider-Man costume. Yeah, he is. He he got, I knew he bought the costume, but I really truly thought that he was buying it for uh Halloween next year. And when the costume came, he was all excited. So he goes into his room and comes out, and he's dressed. He comes back out dressed in the costume as Spider-Man. Wow, I about died laughing. I was just like, oh my God. And it was funny. And I asked him, I said, why? And he says, I'm going. And I'm like, okay. He says, Mom, this is, um, darn it. Come on. Get off. He says, Mom, this is what I'm wearing to the movie. And I was like, what? So, yeah, he's wearing that to the movie. Don't ask me why. I don't ask. But, yeah, he's going to have fun. He's taking off and Friday, and then I'm going to see this movie. Believe me, people, you don't want to know. I just, and he's the only one going dressed like that. Don't ask me why. I don't understand. I just know that it's going to be hilarious. Knowing him. But, yeah. So, it's all good. Anywho, yes, I've been saying that lately. Let's see what else. Oh my goodness. I feel like I have been so out of the loop on everything. And I feel bad, guys, because you all probably wondered where the heck I've been. Let's see what else has been going on. We did get some snow, not enough to make it stick. Yes, I said the curse word, Mrs. Coffee. Um, yes, we did get snow. It wasn't enough to, you know, really tease us. It snowed all day. What day was it? I'm trying to think what day it was that it snowed. I think it was last Wednesday. I do believe. I can't remember. But anyway, it did snow. It snowed off and on all day. It rained and it snowed. And then it didn't even stick because number one, the ground was too warm. Now this week it's like 50, 60 years, 50, 60 degrees. I mean, really? Seriously? Okay. I, I don't get it. I'm really thinking Mother Nature has an issue because, yeah. But it is what it is. I thought we would get an white Christmas. I want a white Christmas. I haven't seen a white Christmas in a really long time. And so, yeah, the kids were kind of shocked when I told them to look outside. They could see the snow, but like I said, the ground was too warm for it to even um, stick and make any kind of a difference. But yeah, they yeah, it snowed off and on all day, which was kind of, you know, crazy. But yeah, it was nice to look out the window and see snow falling, but not. And it was, but then, you know, it was kind of sad because it didn't stick to the ground. So yeah, we got snow last week, but that's okay. Let's see. What else have we been doing around here? Oh my gosh, you would think. Mm, hmm. Gosh, I swear. You know, it's been so long since I've been out of the freaking loop and haven't done any kind of video that I feel like I don't know what the heck's going on around here or even on YouTube anymore. I don't even know what's going on YouTube anymore. It's kind of sad. But it is what it is. But that's okay. Um, hmm. I'm thinking, people. Oh my gosh. It's been hmm, I don't even remember. Um, hmm. I don't even know what to tell you. See. Stitching wise, I've been stitching like crazy for the last week. Um, hmm. I wanted to do videos last week, but with my daughter not feeling the greatest, I didn't do anything. Um, that was, you know, like I said at the beginning, that was one of the reasons why I didn't do videos and why I haven't done videos for a month except for FlossTube. Um, that one video was one of my better days. And see, this is bad when you don't remember everything that's going on. I'm gonna just start writing stuff down again. And I didn't write anything down. I usually am good about writing down so I can remember what's been going on, making a list. And guess what? I didn't. Not this time. And that's sad. Um, wow. Um, hmm. Uh, y'all. Oh, I did get a and Danielle sent this to me. I got a new grime guard for one of my Q snaps, and I'll show it to you. And I also got some Color Street from another friend, and I don't have this out here. A friend of mine sent me some Color Street strips that she had, and this is one of them. You guys can see. I hope you guys can see. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, they're pretty. She even sent me a set of Christmas strips. But anyway, I got this grime guard from Danielle. Danielle, thank you. I will try it out. I haven't tried it out, but thank you, and I will try it out, and I will let you know how if it fits or not. I'm pretty sure it will. It seems to, you know, but we'll see. So that's what I got. I didn't get anything else. I don't have a whole lot. I did get some project bags, which I showed on my floss tube video. And I don't have one in front of me to show you that's not filled with stuff. Okay. I'm trying to think what else has been going on. Oh, my printer isn't working. I'm not sure why, what the deal is with that. Um, it keeps telling me incompatible ink, but it's the ink that goes with my printer. So I don't know what is going on. I need to call HP support and find out, because it's being ridiculous, and we'll see. And yeah, because there's a lot of things that I need to print off and and get printed for work and all that good junk, because it's kind of hard to use stuff for work when you can't print it off and you have to sit there and have your screen open. And I know a lot of people do it, but I'm not one of those people. Let's see. Trying to think of what else has been going on that I can tell you about. I changed my setup, and it's been kind of hard to, and I know you guys probably don't like the way this is set up this time. I'm not thrilled with it, but because I moved everything around again, I had to it's kind of hard because my monitor is over that way, and not only that, my camera has to be plugged into the back of it, so it's kind of hard to, maneuver and try to set it up to where, so I'm going to try to figure that out, because I don't know why. I wish I had a longer cord on my camera and on my mic, because it's just a pain in the butt. But I'll try to fix it for next time. I apologize that it looks the way it does. Y'all don't need to see my shirt, and y'all don't need to see my jeans, which, it probably doesn't matter, but I will try to fix it for next time, because, yeah. And we'll see what happens, because I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know how to, I don't have anything else to, plug it into. I do want to get one of those, whatever you call it, external USB, whatever you call it, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all I can remember, guys. I feel like y'all are just listening to me run off with the mouth for no reason, but that's all I have for this week, and I really, really appreciate y'all, not freaking out because I wasn't around. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. And yeah, I know I sound funny as saying it that way, but I'm not going anywhere. And I am back, sort of. I will still do videos until the new year, and then that's when everything will be basically added. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the story time video. I haven't figured that out yet. And I still am trying to figure out about the Stitch With Me. So either way, I will definitely keep you guys up to date, because I know y'all want to know. But until then, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you all next time.